from. And I met Danny. Well, I first met him, you remember, 16 years ago, but we won't talk about that part. 2 years ago, when he did a Def Poetry Jam reunion at Mist. And there was all kinds of drama. We weren't finished with the construction. I was freaking out pretty much every day, and I would call him every other day and say, I'm making it. And it happened, and he was so generous and just so amazing. And I read online, because I was finally able to become a Facebook friend of his, because he wasn't able to have admin people, but I was able to get in. And so he was coming out with this new book, and I sent him an email saying, you know, I have this thing that I created, and I was probably, you know, everybody here knows I talk a lot. It was this long rambling thing, and he got
shaking my head. I was agreeing with you. Learn to do that.
And he immediately said yes. And I was just so excited and honored. You know, the library didn't have room on their schedule very close, and you know, it was like, December so far. Well, it's today, and it's crazy. And you know, I asked him if he was willing to come over to the house and meet my peeps beforehand, and he said he would. And I'm just, and this book is for you, and I have another thing for you, but this is for you.
Okay, thank you.
And oh my God, I shouldn't have started this without the other thing I wanted to give you. Yeah, so, but I just wanted to thank you, and thank you so much for, and hug.
Yes.
For doing this, and it's going to be an amazing reading at 3 o'clock. I hope you all are not just hanging out here, but going over.
This is where the food is.
It's going to be put away. So you go over to the library where there's going to be books for sale. A couple of people asked me if they're going to be books. Yes, and he's going to sign them, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, and thank you. I mean,
yeah. Can I just say something?
Okay.
I sort of have a different memory of the Def Poetry thing at Mercer. So they weren't finished. A tenant of mine worked there at the time, Leslie Harrison, jazz singer.
Amazing.
And they weren't finished, and I was okay with that, you know. And this woman kept on calling me all the time, like explaining, like, and trying to make sure I felt good about it. And I was like, cool. I was like, okay, fine, I got something. But she kept calling, and she kept on explaining, and she walked me through it, and was really concerned. And you know, most people in the entertainment field are not that, you know, they say, well, it's not ready, and that would be the end of it. She wanted to make sure that everything went all right, and I really, truly appreciated that. And she made everything easier. She actually contacted the poets and told them why, and made sure that they got their down payment on time. And even though it wasn't ready, they didn't know when it was going to be ready, but she wanted to make sure that the poets felt comfortable in holding the dates and stay. And so she went the extra mile. And so when she came to me and she said, well, I have this new thing, Baker Street Social Club. I said, well, how could I not? Because, I mean, you went the extra mile for me. And I knew I was getting back from Miami Basel the day before, and I was like, God. But I said, well, if you stay in the car, I'll come. So they stayed in the car. So I got in here and slept on the way. This is a wonderful reception. I really thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. And I hope you can come to the reading. And she's going to grill me. It's not just a reading. I'm not just going to read. She's going to ask me questions, and I'll try to answer them truthfully as I can without getting in trouble. We should have a good time there. So thank you, Tanisha, for your hospitality.